Eastney is part of the most densely populated city in Britain, Portsmouth. The normal modern and postmodern trends pertain here as much as anywhere else. So the challenges really are a small and medium-sized church getting the gospel out to a very large number of people around us. In 1977 I joined the Navy as a young lad, and I was converted in my first term. Well, this was the first church I wandered into. This afternoon we have our monthly Messy Church. It's encouraging to see the whole church involved with that.
We have people leading prayer beforehand and in the pastor's office as it's happening, because prayer is really important.
There's craft and activities along summer theme that we'll do. There's a time of games as well, and there'll be a time of worship together, so we'll be learning something from the Bible and praising God, singing together.
I've never heard of Eastney Evangelical Church when I came to Portsmouth. The first time I came here was Messy Church. Children come to learn about Jesus Christ, who He is and who He will always be.
We're very keen on evangelism and we want people to know more about Jesus, and so it's giving us a chance to talk to people in a non-threatening way. You get to talk to them more about your lives and their lives, and that gives you an opportunity to talk about Jesus.
And we're convinced that it's going to take all the churches that can possibly be mustered to reach this city for the Lord Jesus Christ. And FIEC is a great vessel for uniting us in that work of the gospel.
Rochester is part of the Medway towns that make up about 250,000 people. We've got one of the highest levels of debt per head in the UK. We're trying to reach into those areas where people have some real need, but also try and show them some of the love of Jesus and try and communicate the gospel to them.
Today we have day one of the Dickens Festival. So each Christmas the whole of Rochester is laid over to celebrating Charles Dickens.
We have our main hall open for refreshments, and we have people from the fellowship sit down with people to try to pass literature on to them and talk to them about their faith.
So I'm dressed like I'm dressed because we also put on some street theatre.
So it's based on Scrooge and it's in rhyming couplets. It was written by a guy in our church. And it's really cleverly starts as the story of Scrooge and becomes the gospel story.
It's just getting them to think about what's the whole meaning of Christmas, and actually isn't it about Jesus and why was He here, and that He came to, to rescue us and to save us.
The crowds will gather around, they'll listen to the play, they hear that message, and then afterwards we try to speak to people and try to engage them and give them tracts which share that gospel message and talk about Christ.
We've had huge support from the FIEC. Being part of a wider network that gets your eyes outside of your own environment, gives you ideas, gives you encouragement and lets you know that there's a much bigger story going on in this country than what we just see here, really encourages us and the people in the church. We want to see God work powerfully to bring people into His kingdom, and that's what we're excited and ambitious for.